Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Binding of Isaac Repentance, where today we're going to attempt the Ultra Hard Challenge. Now, for this one, you don't get heart drops. You have a lot of curses, and every enemy is a champion. So, I am actually going to restart until I get some sort of a starting build, because I genuinely cannot beat this challenge otherwise. So, we're just gonna do our best today, but I am gonna try a little bit harder than usual to make luck favor me. And I hope to see you there. Alright, a library. That could be interesting. If there is a Book of Revelation in there, then I would honestly call that a start. We do need to get a key though, and that it can be a little tricky. As you see, every single item, we cannot tell what it is, every single enemy is a champion that can be a champion. That is something worth pointing out, like the little spiders earlier. We're not champions simply because they cannot be one. Black Candle does nothing, so if you get curse removal through that, it just removes Cursed Darkness, which can also apply, and I think there's another curse that can happen as well, but none of them are quite guaranteed to happen, except for Curse of the Maze, Curse of the Lost, and the Curse of the Blind, so it is just a little bit rough. And yeah, like I said, we also just don't get any heart drops, so if we don't get some kind of healing or way to give us more hearts, then I am just not capable of beating this challenge. It just becomes a little bit too difficult unless we get ridiculously overpowered from the get-go. Which can happen. You can get really strong items that just make you not take damage ever because you're just clearing the room instantly, but I mean, that's the dream. We got Book of Shadows, Satanic Bible. I mean, that's good enough. That'll keep us alive at least. It gives us some hearts to work with. It will also turn our boss room items into devil deals, unfortunately, which can be a little bit treacherous, as you can probably understand, as well, it's treacherous in a way, because you cannot see what items you're actually getting. Now, if we get a 2-heart Devil Deal, I'm tempted to get it because Dead Cat is honestly pretty good during this challenge. And hopefully we can make something happen with that. Curse of the Maze is also just a pain. Yeah, it's a little difficult. Like the challenge name implies, it is in fact ultra hard, and they were not kidding. Even though you do get item rooms, so at least it's not complete nightmarish, but I mean, it's pretty darn close. I genuinely do recommend resetting for stuff like libraries or just really good item rooms from the get-go, because you can get stuff like Charm of the Vampire obviously is really good for your red hearts. If you get Pyromaniac, then that can become really strong if you get some way to reliably drop bombs all over the place. And there's probably a couple more things out there that would probably work fairly well, but overall, it's a bastard of a challenge, and unless you do have quite a lot of practice in this game, you might just not win. It's really rough. Not even so hard. Like, Tinted Rocks are barely worth blowing up just because none of them drop hearts, so you can get, like, bombs and keys, which is obviously pretty nice. You can get, what else can you get? You can get the Small Rock, which can be pretty good, of course. And that is pretty much your options there, so it's just not great. It's just not great. I'm really hoping for that Dead Cat, actually, because that means... Ooh, that's good. Or the Dry Baby to just do some work. Also, once Double Trouble bosses start showing up, you're gonna get those all the time, so that's gonna be fun. Yeah, this 1 heart, I'm not gonna risk it. If we get 1 heart again, then I might actually try and go for an Angel Room on the next floor or something like that, but... It is kind of a shame not to take any boss room items, and I probably could have avoided it if I just waited with using the Satanic Bible, but I didn't. I did not do that. Fortunately, we did manage to take care of one of them. The slowdown is pretty powerful against these bosses, as it tends to stop them in their tracks, and that's just pretty good. Let's just keep going. I'm gonna use the Satanic Bible here, and then hopefully we can actually get what we want on the next floor here. We can hopefully get to the boss room within 6 rooms is kind of the dream here. This is a little rough, but again, Dry Baby. Dry Baby is actually doing a lot of work for me right now by doing those Necronomicon effects, so if we can actually just make that happen all the time, that would clear a room ultimately. Look at that. It's a little tricky to use very well, admittedly, but as if we can make it work, then I will take that. Anything that makes this challenge just a little bit more bearable is something that we are going to do. It is also just really tempting to use Satanic Bible as much as possible to try and get those 2 Heart Devil deals from the boss rooms as well, but at the same time, it is a little bit scary to use all your hearts like that. There is a couple champions, like the sort of grayish ones, that die quicker than their regular enemy counterparts, so if we can get a lot of those, then that's at least not too bad. But again, certainly not exactly what you'd call a guarantee. The red ones, on the other hand, they are gonna die in days from now, because quite frankly, our damage output right now is not overly impressive. I'm just very happy with the Satanic Bible, but I'm not very happy with everything else that's currently going on. But hopefully the remaining item rooms that we're gonna find, maybe an angel room on this floor, is gonna help out with that. Very nice. And of course the Dry Baby doing a lot of works. I'm a little tempted by the poker chip, but at the same time, we probably want to go for something very reliable right now and not just hoping that things drop. This room, well, there you go. That's 1 black heart gone already, which is obviously not what you want. But it was a little bit crowded in there with all those champions. We did find the boss room fairly quickly. So I might actually just fight the boss first and see if we can get some boss room items. Because there are some really good boss room items, especially for tier 8. It's just really nice because that is otherwise fairly difficult to find if you don't get it from boss rooms. So hopefully we can get some of that. It's only 2 bosses. We do have the luxury of having a Satanic Bible charge, so if we get into losing our angel room scenarios, then it's not immediately terrible, but then the double trouble bosses start popping up, and that is a little bit of an issue. That was my 1 and only bomb as well, which worries me a bit, but I think we managed to hit Ragman with it, which was really my main target there. Fortunately, it's a Ragman that doesn't spawn enemies, so that actually does work out very well. I say that as he spawns a small spider. Well, 2 small spiders, but one that doesn't spawn the big jumping spiders at least, so it counts for something for sure. Hopefully we can just clear him out right now. My damage is pretty terrible. I really just want to focus on Ragman first because I'm not really too bothered about Gemini, but at the same time, it's probably a little bit easier to get rid of him if Ragman's just on the other side of the room and not really doing much of anything except summon small spiders. So we kind of got that to work out. And we get speed up, not terrible, not exactly what I wanted, but it'll have to do. And I am actually just going to do the next boss so we can use that book, that Satanic Bible immediately afterwards. I think Dry Baby is probably going to be fairly effective against this boss as well. This one tends to attack with an okay frequency, as we can see here. Plus the one on the left is not doing much of anything. Which I appreciate, because then I can just focus one down and then later on go for the other one. Gotta watch out for those tears, because I'm fairly sure they deal a full-hearted damage. I'm really just trying to get those tears to go straight through the Dry Baby here as well. This is not great. I need to hit the other one. Let's get some tears in you. Get that Dry Baby to activate. Probably kill one of 2 bosses, I would say, when that does happen. There we go. Don't even need the Dry Baby. We're all good. Nice and slow. And we are definitely going to explore the rest of this floor afterwards to see if we can get a little bit more of the good stuff. A little bit more item rooms. Hopefully get a build. I really hope we get an angel room as well. I didn't look for a shop yet, or a shopkeeper or anything like that, just because, well, I don't have bombs anyway. Didn't get one. Incredible. Okay, that kind of blows. I mean, it gives us a 100% chance on the next floor, and that's at least kind of good, but it is not what you want to see for sure. I think the one on the right is going to die fairly quickly, so I should probably focus that one down first, but I started shooting that one, and why give up on a bad idea if it ends up working out eventually? Oh, the slowdown on these enemies is also just really powerful. We're getting enough keys to actually go into our item room, so that's good, but we also both need to keep track of what our map is while having Curse of the Maze. And Curse of the Maze can just be a nightmare when combined with Curse of the Lost, as you can't see where you're going, and then suddenly there's enemies because you teleported 6 rooms away or something like that. Now hopefully our secret room's over here, so we can go into the Curse room as well. It isn't, because the room turned into a room where the secret room cannot be next to, thanks to Curse of the Maze, so you could call that information in a way. It's a little bit tricky to use information perhaps, but it's information nonetheless. And I'm just gonna make sure these enemies are nice and close to each other. Probably good to kill these like close to where the secret room can be, so I can maybe get a free entry in there. But clearing the entire room in one go is obviously not a terrible deal either. So I will take that. That is a rainbow poop. If there's a sacrifice room on the floor, that honestly becomes a little bit tempting. Because that would allow us to maybe teleport into our angel room. And still have a decent amount of health left because of the rainbow poop. So it's tempting for sure. That's maybe not great. It's a little scary. If we can combine it with rock bottom, then it becomes a lot better. But on its own, it is a little bit of a worry. Admittedly, less of a worry than it once was, but it's still a fairly scary item at times. It's no Isaac's Heart, but that's actually not bad. This will give us a lot of information about secret rooms, so that's actually pretty good. Sun card, also healing, so health-wise, we're actually doing okay. Also, the secret room's here, apparently. Kidney stone acting up, waiting for the big one to shoot one more time. Insta-killed the big one with the kidney stone. That's actually not bad. And we did skip this room earlier, but that is where our secret room is. So that's good. I don't know if it's worthwhile to open it on a specific room. Empty chest, because there were probably hearts inside, and as such it was just nothing. Which is a shame. I do want to go for as many secret rooms as possible, because secret room items could become so valuable. This is a little bit of a risk, but I'm gonna go for it. Terrible. Not bad. And yeah, okay. Not loving how that went, but we did get a health up, and that's honestly a pretty darn good pill to begin with. Tier rate doesn't necessarily have to be a problem if we can utilize the kidney stone as much as possible, because that will just clear out a room anyway. But overall, a little bit of concern going on right now. I'm not sure if there's any room we haven't explored yet. I mean, the curse room, obviously, but other than that, I'm genuinely not 100% sure if we missed anything. The shop also, but we don't have any more keys, unfortunately. We really don't have much of anything going on in terms of consumables, which worries me a bit. There we go. Really just want to get as many charges as possible, so we can use that Satanic Bible over and over. I'll take that. It's better than nothing. Another rainbow pool. God, a sacrifice room actually would have been really nice for this floor, but I don't know. Lately they've not been showing up. I don't know what's going on with the sacrifice rooms, but they're not too interested in any run where I can really make use of it. Perks is not bad if we can get it from Mega Satan, actually. But simultaneously, if we can get just a whole bunch of health going on, then a sun card is seemingly about as effective, I would say. Ooh, new room. Yep, that's unfortunate. That was just a really well shot tier right in my direction, unfortunately there, so what can you do? Now, I haven't heard the howl for the super secret room. So unless it's like over here next to the regular secret room, which is possible. I don't actually... I realize now I don't fully remember where my regular secret room is. I'm fairly sure it was in this direction, right? Maybe I'm misremembering. It was over here. Yeah, it was over in this direction. So if it's over here, maybe? It is. Okay, then fair enough. That's at least information. It's not information we can currently use, but it's I think that means we've basically explored the whole floor, and I'm just gonna move on. I should find that rainbow poop again for one more heart. It is that desperate of a challenge to try and just get as much health as possible. There's a decent chance that we're just gonna get Devil Deal items on the next floor. But I'd still like to just have the health available. I might just take a whole bunch of damage on the next floor, and then it's just good to have some stuff available. Obviously, I'd rather not take red heart damage on the next floor, just because it would put us in a rough situation in terms of angel rooms. But not necessarily impossible with the luck you get on these kind of floors. We haven't had a angel room at all yet, so our odds are pretty good. If we destroy a shopkeeper, then it is just pretty much good to go. This room's not too bad if you can clear one enemy. Fortunately, we managed to do exactly that, but we're gonna have to wait here for a little bit. I'm gonna play this about as safe as you possibly can. Because there really is no reason to try and take any risks during this that I don't have to. Ooh. Okay. That puts me in a bit of a predicament. That is a really good item in terms of getting health as well. I need to think about this. I'm also not sure which direction you go into on this challenge. I'm not sure if you go to... that's a sacrifice room as well. If you go to the lamb or to the chest. I think it is the lamb, actually. Or the dark room, more specifically. And then we can technically maybe just use the sacrifice room to teleport there. The downside, obviously, is that we don't have a build. So it's not exactly what you'd call ideal. But it's an option, for sure. I'm actually gonna do this just because I'm pretty sure that, like, regular enemies just spawn in challenge rooms rather than champions. So it is generally worthwhile to at least try. Plus, it does charge up our our Bible, Satan Bible. So that's just pretty good as well. But I am very tempted to just use the sacrifice room and at least try to get some items out of it, maybe. Because quite frankly, we can use all the help we can muster from this challenge. There we go. Especially with our tier 8 going down the way it did, it's just a fairly rough situation we're in right now. So anything that does help out in that regard is just very nice. These spiders should all die fairly quickly with the kidney stone shots here, and I'm just trying to take these one at a time. Wouldn't mind just buying something from the shop as well, since we do actually have some money. And there are decent items in there. There is technically Birthright, which would be fairly horrible. Mapping would all be fairly terrible, as it would do nothing. Converter. If there's a converter on this floor, then that's actually really nice for a health situation. So if we could buy a converter, that would actually be really good. Because with Guppy's Paw, it is effectively infinite health. The downside is that it only works on this floor. It does not, unless I get a backpack somewhere, then we can make it work on other floors as well. But in our current situation, it would only work on this floor because you get 3 hearts for using Guppy's Paw. 3 soul hearts, rather. And you get 1... I think you get 1 red heart per soul heart from that. So you can end up making more red hearts than you spend. So that's just really nice. This is a little bit of a tricky boss combination, but maybe we can get them to blow each other up. That would be lovely. We could technically try and get a brimstone attack from the dark one there, but the bombs that this boss is throwing are just being fairly terrible. Another sun card. That's interesting. Now if we go to the next boss, that's going to be Mom's Foot, so we do have to be a little bit careful for that. But that's not too worrying, because I just have to not walk into the door. Degas does nothing. I mean, it'll give me a soul heart, which is kind of nice. But with the extra sun card there, I'm definitely going to go for the sacrifice room. It's going to cost me a lot of black hearts, unfortunately, but I think that's ultimately going to be worth it. So I'm just going to do that. There we are. So we have touched the Guppy piece. So we are pretty close to a Guppy transformation, technically. If this is Dead Cat, then that's wonderful. But also it means I want to take red heart damage. So Let's just immediately get the sacrifice room out of the way. It is going to unfortunately cost all of my black hearts currently, but I'm willing to take that risk for the sake of maybe getting something good here. Red patch somehow activating every single time, which is fairly rare. That's not too terrible, but we don't really have much going on in terms of bombs anyway. Cool. Yep, empty. And scapular. Okay. Right. Scapular. I need this text to not be here. Because now it's 7 troll bombs and then it's just going to be stuff and stuff. If I do this, then what I can do is take... Actually, I can just take 1 heart down. I don't really care about the sacrifice room anymore. This works, right? It does not. Okay, right. I need to remember that it doesn't work for these machines. It is a pretty important detail, but we're gonna just use a sun card then. Gonna use Degas immediately afterwards. We did not get a teleportation, unfortunately, to the angel room, which would have been nice. Because I will in a second. I'm just gonna take the 2 heart thing. That's unfortunate. That's not what you want to see, but fair enough. It is ultimately a damage up, and that's kind of good, I suppose. But it also means that I'd rather not take Brimstone, because it will become marked tiers Brimstone, and that's just really awkward to use. So, unfortunately, Brimstone is also a 2 heart devil deal. And so is Dead Cat, and I really want Dead Cat. So it's a precarious situation. I need to kill the one that's actually healing them first, I suppose. But it's a little bit tricky to particularly shoot the right thing here. There we go. Now the rest should die fairly quickly. Admittedly, with the controllable tiers, we can do stuff like this as well, and that's at least something. But it can also lead to some treacherous situations where you get shot by a random tier because you're trying to aim your shots too much. So it's a little worrying. This room also a little scary. That's not good. That is about to lose our devil deal. Yeah, some of these rooms are just nasty. I probably shouldn't have risked it with the thing there. The whatchamacallit. The devil deal, but I did it anyway. Because I need something here, and I'm just not getting much of a build right now. So I was figuring, you know what? Let's just hope. Let's just hope it's a Dead Cat, and if it's not, then we'll maybe die. It's certainly a possibility currently, but not guaranteed. We're gonna get negative, I'm fairly sure, at the end of this floor, so we're gonna get some extra damage regardless. So that's nice. I can just hide behind my friend here. And I'm not shooting anymore, right, because of the kidney stone. That'll kill a decent chunk of them, actually. And there you go. That's not a terrible card for just like a rough situation, at least. I'd call this a rough situation. I'd call it a room I don't really want to deal with, so that's good enough for me. I'm keeping the full card for now because I kind of want to get a Guppy's Paw at the end of this. There is a fairly real possibility I'm just going to turn all my red hearts. Where's that invisible one? Oh my god, he's actually completely invisible sometimes. I need to deal with that. I very much need to deal with that. I didn't even know this champion was here. Good god, that's actually a really bad champion to get. There we go. Okay, yeah, I might just turn all my hearts into soul hearts, and at least the negative will kill some enemies every now and then as well, which is good. That's not good. Oh god, that's not good at all. I took half a heart of damage, so I guess I got hit. Yeah, I got hit by a tear. God, what a terrible room that is. That actually is kind of incredible. Because, yeah, the rocks get destroyed by the enemies in it, and then you suddenly have another worry in the room. It doesn't help when they're all champions, though, admittedly. Exploring the entire floor is also just a bit of a nightmare during this challenge, just because everyone's a champion, and there's so many rooms where taking damage is rough to avoid, to say the least. Oh god, he's going real quick. Okay, let's just take care of these from a distance, use those controllable tiers as much as we can. Try to just keep all the danger far, far away from us whenever possible, because our health is getting to a bad place. The sacrifice room play did not play out the way that I would have cared for. And we're just not getting bombs. It's kind of an odd situation that we're in consumable-wise, but we're not getting any bombs. There we go. But it is something that I definitely need. There we go. There's both item rooms and a secret room all next to each other. Fair enough, I suppose. I like how you can control the kidney stone actually as well with the controllable tiers. That's actually not bad. I might be able to use that for something later. Emperor card. Now that's interesting. Because that can skip all of the room. And that's pretty good. At the same time, it means we're not going to get any health. I don't want to get hit by that. This is another one. A lot of babies. And magic fingers. We do have a lot of money, but I really can't afford to lose my health generation here. Right. Well, sure, I guess. That'll have to do. Right, so the Emperor card's there. I am tempted to kill Mom and then full card back and then get that Emperor card. I'm just trying to think of a reason why I would not just take the Emperor card immediately. Because I don't think I have a reason. Other than that I feel like I should save it for mysterious purposes. Look at that shot, very nice. Speed up, fair enough. Tear detonator, that's, I mean... It is a pretty fun item with what we currently have, but... Specifically with controllable tiers, it actually works better than I thought it would. But... It's not amazing. If I can clear 2 more rooms, then I can buy that battery. Bad trip, okay. That's a worry. That is a big worry. Suddenly clearing 2 rooms became a lot scarier. Which I'm not a huge fan of. Oh, you know what? We're gonna do that. Good. Very nice. Very good shot. Oh my god, stop placing these flames in front of me. Curse of the Maze is working hard to ruin my day, and I can kind of respect it, but I don't care for it. Alright, we still have Angel Room chance, weirdly enough, which I didn't think would be the case. Also, is this effectively the only way that I can find that Emperor card again? Because with the map gone, I just basically need to get this room to teleport back into place again. And it's going to be the room with the Emperor card in it. It was here previously. So you could argue that a mistake was made on that front, but theoretically we could... Oh, damn it. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that's just worth keeping, I would say. And I'm tempted to just go for the boss now, really. Because I'm not sure if there's anything left to explore here. Obviously, there's a super secret room, but I don't have bombs. Again, I did use one on a shopkeeper, admittedly, and I could have avoided that. There is a room here. There is a crawl space in this room, because the doggy barked. So that's arguably something. If we had bombs, or any way to destroy rocks, which we do not. And these enemies also cannot be champions, apparently. Interesting. I guess that's not the strangest thing in the world, but still a little surprise nonetheless. Just gonna quickly run into this room while the kidney stone tier 8 still active. Yeah, just a complete deficit on bombs, unfortunately. Sun card, unfortunately not as good anymore. I don't know where boss room is. I'm not gonna lie. I've forgotten. I was kind of hoping these charmed enemies would maybe go for each other rather than me, but they didn't really seem too interested. We did get a bomb though, so we could enter our super secret room now. But admittedly, that's probably not gonna happen unless I accidentally stumble upon it again. Which would be a different worry because, quite frankly, I'm going in the opposite direction of the map, so it seems fairly unlikely, all things considered. This room's not terrible. A little bit fiddly perhaps, but I think my controllable tears might actually be immune to the magnet effect. I'm not 100% sure about that, but they didn't seem to be getting magnetized at least. So that's gotta count for something. Alright, I'm gonna go down because I kinda want to see that super secret room. And I'm fairly sure the boss is up at this point. Never mind, there's still more rooms. This might be okay, actually, if I just wait. That also works. Controllable tears, pretty good at times. Oh god, no. This is a terrible room. If we can deal with the ones that die quickly first. I think that little one usually dies fairly quickly as well. There we go. And suddenly the room isn't nearly as bad, but it's still pretty rough. I'm focusing on the one that explodes when he dies, because that's another worry that I'd like to take care of. Nice. Now the one that explodes into tears when he dies. And now finally the one that takes the longest to kill. Actually have some sort of a kill order going on. It's incredible. Alright, I'm fairly sure we're going back towards the super secret room. And the shop as well. I believe it's to the right here, then one more right, then down, and then to the right of the room. Yes. Waiting for these kidney stone tears to stop firing. Quickly do a dry baby effect. And yeah, empty room. Because, of course... yeah, that. So I think the reason why I wanted to keep the Fool card was in case we get a devil deal. Which is kind of irrelevant now. Due to the fact that we're not getting one, apparently. We're still going for angel rooms. Oh, because of the sacrifice room, I guess. I'm probably feeling blessed, and that's why we're gonna get a angel room. I am so lost. I really don't know where we are, and for some reason, everywhere I go just seems to bring me back again. I do feel like the boss room was somewhere over here, but maybe the room layouts is throwing me off a little bit as well. Which is not helping out. Like the room where the dog was barking earlier is no longer barking because it moved. And that's just not great. Okay. We've gone to the same room often enough. We can now finally start just following a wall until we get to a room that looks like it would have a boss in it at some point. I'm fairly sure it was up at some point, right? Surely this must be the way. Nope. Just a few more minutes, don't worry. Eventually we're gonna run out of doors. Or we'll just get cursed the maze in like a random direction and have to redo all of that. There we go. God, that took a minute. There we go. Not a terrible champion either. One that's at least sort of reliably taken care of. My tier is so bad. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do for Mega Satan unless we get something really good from the Angel Room here. Because quite frankly, this is not a build that kills Mega Satan. This is a build where Mega Satan just kills me very easily. And that concerns me a little. But who knows? Maybe the room has some good devil deals as well. Maybe the room has some boss room items, actually. That would be really useful. Because I could just Emperor card in the room and then get 2 items from the boss. Well, 1 item from the boss there, I guess. Alright, negative. We got Holy Light. Okay. We can make that work, kinda. It's not immediately terrible, at least. It is going to be an XL floor. As per usual, as every floor has been. It is Utero, so it's not Scarred Womb, so that's at least something. I'm just waiting. I'm gonna wait just a little bit. That should activate the kidney stone. There we go. And then we are just gonna teleport. I think it's Mom's Heart immediately. No, we get the first boss first. Okay, fair enough. As far as bosses go, this is not terrible. But I really would like to hit this one first, because he's big and scary. And I did hit him with quite a lot of holy shots there, so that is looking promising. There's a lot of balls in this room, though. That's just not ideal. Maybe I should deal with the little ones first, but I have attacked the big ones so frequently now. We do have a new kidney stone shot available. There we go. One of them's down. Little bit fiddly perhaps, but we're getting the job done. I could really use some tier 8. I really just don't want a health up, really. I mean, a health up's good for like devil deals on the dark room, but that is the only thing it would really be good for. And I'd much rather have tier 8. Honestly, the like odd mush or something would be pretty good. That would be the best case scenario, I think. Mom's heal, probably about as bad as it can be. But fair enough. We're just gonna wait one more time for the kidney stone to activate. I'm tempted to explore this floor a little bit just to try and get some more charges for my Satanic Bible, but I don't know how worth it that's gonna be, really. That concerns me a little. Alright. Oh god. Oh no. That's not my intention. And then that enemy just shot perfectly to get me trapped in the corner there, so that's unfortunate. How is that not the boss room? Did I just mistake doors? And god, that enemy hit me twice. Yeah, I guess both have looked the same. Oh my god. Oh jeez. Okay, well. Let's do one more room actually. Because then we can charge our Satanic Bible, and theoretically, if we get a Devil Deal with 3 Devil Deal items, we can take all 3. Which may sound like a terrible idea, but I think I'm basically just desperate for a build right now. Because this is not gonna cut it. It's just not gonna cut it, unfortunately. So we gotta do something here. I'm gonna do one more room here, just because the secret room's there. No, let's just do the boss first. Oh my god. Yeah, it's not looking great. Not looking great. I can't believe we didn't get a single tier 8 up this entire run. Like, it's sort of amazing. Admittedly, I did ruin 2 boss rooms with the Satanic Bible at the end of the day, but my god. I would have hoped for a little bit more, you know? This might be good. I kind of need the other baby to get hit by these tears, unfortunately, but I mean, it'll do. There we go. We did get a Devil Deal. I'm gonna take both. They were both pretty much terrible, so I think this might be run over here. Unless we can really get through some of these rooms with relative ease, because I need to just get some hearts back now. I pretty much sacrificed anything in the hopes of a build. And we didn't get one. We just did not get anything there. So that's a bit of a shame. Okay, sure. I know where we are. We have at least little delirium, little brimstone, so that's something. Okay, that's exciting. That's very exciting. Let's explore the floor some more, but I'm considering it heavily. The thing is, I'm gonna lose my Satanic Bible upon doing that. So I want to see if I can get some more health first, and after that, it'll just be that. But okay, it's an item. I mean, maybe we could make that work. That would have been good to go there first before going to the boss, but oh well. Health up, that means that was probably a health down pill. That turned into health up because we are at 1 red heart container, so that was lucky. I think I heard Nawu in another place, but maybe I misremembered. I don't know. Just another random item there. Fair enough. I mean, the nice thing is, with that 6, even if we pick up a bad item, it's fine, because we can just re-roll, and we're probably going to. Or, we could just get a good item for once, and we can actually make something happen here. Either way, things are looking okay. We actually got a decent amount of bombs from that secret room as well. PhD, okay. Interesting. Very interesting, okay. Yeah, that certainly makes exploring the place a lot more tempting, because we might just get some pills that way. Admittedly, a strat that I could do is just wait for the kidney stone for every room, but it takes like a full minute, and I really just don't want to do that, because it's so boring. But it certainly would not be a terrible idea. It's probably what would most likely keep us alive for the remainder of the run, but I just don't think I have the patience for it, is the thing. Having said that, there I go again with the kidney stone. Have I? No, I haven't been in this room. I was gonna say, have I been in this room? Because there was no bomb in the top right there, but it's a slightly different one, technically. Because of the scorch mark, there must have been a troll bomb there, and I'm guessing a heart dropped here, which is why that place is empty. It's a weird coincidence, is what it is. I will go for this chest, because I think it's probably just worthwhile. We have a large amount of keys and nothing to really spend it on from this point on, so might as well. Come on. There we go. Long room. Oh god, that was terribly dodged. I will once again just go for this, because no champions to be found here, and even with this build that should be doable. It gives us 3 extra charges, and that is just lovely. Maybe like a good drop as well at the end of the room. Either way, I'd say that this is probably worthwhile regardless. Little Chub. Regular Chub, I suppose. Little Chub would be less interesting, as Little Chub would do genuinely nothing during this challenge, because he just cannot drop hearts. It is a sad time. I mean, like, he can be there in spirit, I suppose, and that's gotta count for something, but doesn't quite do what I would like Little Chub to do there. I mean, we're getting our health back, but I'm still very tempted to re-roll this whole build afterwards. Just because, partially because of my tear rate, admittedly. There we go, one's down. Maybe if I just stop firing. I might actually just use the kidney stone on this. Or the flies, actually. Yeah, we got 3 of those babies right now. We got, with Lil Delirium as well, there were 3 babies blocking tears. That's kind of incredible. I guess that's technically all of them, isn't it? Amazing. I don't know how I was meant to dodge that. Maybe I just wasn't, quite frankly, because that was just a little bit too much for me there. And the kidney stone takes care of the rest. I don't think I've heard Nawu for the super secret room. But at this point, genuinely not sure. I have kind of been wandering randomly rather than with any sort of purpose. I haven't really been keeping track of where we have been going, unfortunately. So, little concerned. Just gonna ignore most of the enemies in this room while dealing with the ones that are scariest. There we go. Where is the last one? He was invisible. Very cool. And on we go. Big room. Very nice. Extra charges. I just want to see as many big rooms as possible if I can, because they do seem to be a little bit easier to clear for the most part. For the rooms we've seen so far, at least, generally do seem to be a little bit nicer, and I can appreciate that. Admittedly, that one enemy was a little bit worrying, but other than that, not too bad. Oh god. Oh no. Yeah, there you go. Really making me work for it. Was that one invincible? Oh no. That's a terrible champion to get as well. Yeah, he is. There we go. One more down. Both of them were invincible. That's sort of incredible. In a way. Ooh, gluttony. That could be a health up, maybe, if we're lucky. Do we need to be a little lucky? Yeah, a little bit more lucky than that. I mean, technically it's a health up because we got to use our Satanic Bible, I suppose. I'm surprised we got so much health back at this point, really. But yeah, just been going alright. It's gonna be hard to say goodbye to my Satanic Bible for a random build. Because, yeah, Holy Shot with the Kidney Stone is very powerful, as you can tell. But I cannot realistically rely on that during the Mega Satan fight. It will just kill me because there's nothing I could do against most of the waves for long periods of time. It's just going to be miserable. So I gotta do something here to make this work, and I think that's realistically the only thing I can think of, unless I can get really lucky with the devil deals, but I can't tell what they're going to be either, so either way, I'm just in a not great situation. There's creep on the floor. I don't have flight. How have we not found our super secret room yet? It's kind of incredible. This floor is huge. I mean, it's an XL room, so it was going to be huge regardless. But this is really, really big. We're just going to follow the edges. Up to the point where Curse of the Maze kicks in, and then I don't know where I am at all. So we're just gonna see if I can make this work. Every time I hear a fart, I'm worried that I've placed a bomb underneath me because of number 2. I'm just so used to that being the reason. And in this run it isn't. Okay, I have figured out where I am. We will once again hug the edges. And hopefully the Awoo of a super secret room is gonna greet us, and we'll get just the best room we've ever seen. Millions of items, and maybe this enemy will attack us at some point too. That's an exciting prospect for sure as well. Oh, 2 big rooms in a row. And a healing enemy, good. Oh god, and look at this nonsense right here. Just waiting for the kidney stone. And instantly upon shooting, everyone teleported away. We did manage to kill one of them at least, so that's something. But I think he's healing quicker than I can actually attack, which is just not very cool. Does this work? Well, not if he keeps teleporting away, I guess. There we go. I don't really want to use bombs on every single enemy in this room, though. There we go. The healing one is dead. Now we can focus on all the other nonsense in this room. Absolute bastard of a room that was. I don't know if there was a health or tears down pill on this floor. I don't think there was. I'm guessing that should be a tears up pill now because of the PhD. But, you know, ever since getting the PhD, pills have stopped existing, unfortunately. So, what can you do? A super secret room with 5 pills in it actually would be a welcome sight for sure as well, but need to get lucky with that. That's probably the best case scenario in terms of super secret room as well. Now we'll remember you. I'm fairly sure this just leads to the boss. No, how did I? Oh my god, I just never checked it. Just never checked it. Ah, well. At least we found it now. I have gone into my devil deal. Yeah, I did. I sacrificed a bunch of hearts to get things. Right. Hearts, yeah. Okay. 7 hearts. Bad build. Let's hope for the best here. Let's clear one more room. Let's clear one more room. If there is one to be cleared, I suppose. Genuinely not sure if there even is one, but if we can clear one more room, then we can use the Satanic Bible one more time. And that'll be good. If not, fair enough, there we go. Kind of a mean room, but we got through it relatively easily. Get some bombs. Very nice. Okay. Time to re-roll the only healing that we have for the remaining 2 floors. Oh, I do not like this idea at all, but we'll see. We'll see if it works out. I am not hopeful, but this build simply won't do. That's a sword. We have 9 lives. I can't spin my sword because of the kidney stone still being active, but there we go. That's disappeared. Okay. This could work. This Infestation 2, Miter's nothing. The Boneheart's nothing. Our damage is good. We're 1 step away from Conjoined, but that's fairly meaningless at this stage. Box of Friends, fair enough. I'm more excited about the 9 lives than anything, really, because it means if we take a lot of damage on the way to the Dark Room, then that's okay, because as long as we can enter the Dark Room, I can just use a bunch of lives to get a bunch of Devil Deal items. I don't even know. I don't even know what happened there. That enemy type is a little worrying, admittedly, but not the end of the world. We don't have an Awu anymore, so we're gonna have to find our secret rooms ourselves, unfortunately. But these spin attacks are just destroying things as well, so that's good. Look at that. That's so much damage. Don't love that he's spawning enemies, but fair enough. There's a lot of tears around me all the time, so that's also pretty cool. Given that I can't actually shoot tears, it's all the babies and things and the heart that we have, so yeah, fair enough. Sun card doesn't do a whole lot for me, but you know, it does heal a red heart if we can get a wafer effect going on somehow. Which I don't think we can, realistically, but you know, it would be nice. This is a little bit of a concerning room. We can make it work. I don't like that we're dropping creep with that headless baby, but I really have to sneeze, and it's genuinely the only thing that's on my mind right now. It's just constant, and it just isn't going away. It is actually a really big distraction for me right now, and I really hope that it passes, because geez, it is causing me actual damage in the game. That's good. That's a secret room with an item in it. It's infamy, not bad. It's a little bit of defense. Okay, that's nothing. Sure. Might be 2 items. Nope. It is very much not 2 items at all. But it is a lot of spiders, so that's sort of something. Enemy that exploded instantly, fair enough. And the worst enemy in the game. One of many, but that one is pretty bad. Oh god. There we go. Yeah, Infestation 2 is a powerhouse right now. I don't know where the boss is, that's a little worrying, but other than that, we're making progress. The Mimic I think got me there. Can you give me anything useful? I don't think so. Maybe like Bob's Curse? Bunch of spiders, maybe? My health is dramatically going down on this floor, and I'm really quite concerned about it. But ultimately, there's only so much I can do about it, but it might mean we have to do a damageless Mega Satan with a sword. Which is unfortunate. A lot of spiders, a lot of flies. But no items yet. I'd love you to pay out an item. I know you can. I know you are capable of giving me something other than spiders and flies. I am very grateful for them, don't get me wrong, but I'd love just a little bit more. Come on. I'm gonna spend all my money on just flies and spiders. It is starting to look like it. Do we have Dumpy or something? Who's farting right now? I actually don't know. Huh. What is farting right now? I don't know. Something. Bumbo? He does like coin. Okay, you know what? Ooh, an Algis room would actually be really nice right now. Let's see if we can make some nonsense happen here. It is actually Algis. But getting it's gonna be a... There we go. That'll do. Oh my god, this room here being here is a little bit concerning because it means I really don't know where I am. Dice room. Maybe? Sure. Yes. Thanks. Alright, there's the boss. That's a pretty effective way of clearing that. I don't think that does much of anything. I would actually like to get Satan out of the way. But Algis, that's pretty damn good. There we go. Nope. Very nice. Our damage is so high as well. Not good. But good enough. Alright. Let's see what we can do here. Oh, God. I think... I mean, I'm probably just gonna have to take all of these. I will just clear one room first. Just in case the death teleport gets a little bit weird. Oh, God. I was unaware that that was the kind of champion that he was, but fair enough. Gimpy. That's nothing. Razor Blade. Again, not a whole lot. And a teleport. And I don't know where I am. Ah, good. I really don't know where I am. That's amazing. That's about the worst case scenario, that I just get teleported to a random room somewhere. Like, I don't know where I am right now. I don't know how close I am to the starting room. Maybe I have to go up? Nope. Or maybe just further up. Oh, God. Yeah, Curse of the Maze. It's quite something. I mean, don't get me wrong. We're clearing bosses fairly quickly, but I need to get back to that starting room, and it's... We teleported so far away. It's... There we go, finally. 7 seals. We did already have that previously, but then we rerolled our build. And the Dark Bomb. It's genuinely nothing. It's genuinely just a whole bunch of nothing. Oh my god. So now we're going with Plan X, which is hoping that we can get anything at all from a random chest. We do need to get a chest to drop, which is a bit of a worry. But technically not impossible. I also am just not super used to how the spin attack works, I'm not gonna lie. Maybe I should just try, like, it's such a bad situation now. Which is not good. I'm dying in every room, so you know what? I'm gonna do one more room in the hope that we get an item that we can use. You know what? We're not doing any more rooms. We're just gonna try. I have low hopes. First attempt is gonna be without anything. And then the next attempt I'm just gonna use Box of Friends, I think. Algis whenever it seems necessary. There we go. Not one that drops creep at least, so that's good. I'm just gonna let the horse take care of that. So death does nothing. Very nice. Don't do it. Don't. Oh god. I got a little bit closer than I would have liked. I want to save Algis for phase 2 realistic. Oh my god, that's such a good shot. Oh, last chance. Here we go. I need Algis for that last phase to just take him down because I don't realistically have a way to damage him otherwise. I just cannot get close to him with this sword and no health. Alright. Same champions, interesting. Careful. Okay. Oh god, the horse nearly got me there. Nope. Okay, fine. Everything's fine. A lot of spiders. I didn't even see it. Yeah, didn't even see it. Well, that's a shame. Shame that the first attempt got all the way to Mega Satan and then died, but yeah. We just didn't get anything. We got a whole bunch of nothing to the point that I had to reroll my build. And none of the devil deals were good in the dark room. Curse of the Maze completely ruined half of our lives. Didn't get any items. The reroll got us a pretty good build, but it's so hard to survive without any healing in this challenge. So yeah, it's a shame. Maybe next time. Well, you could arguably call Scapular a start, so we're gonna just give this a shot because I'm tired of resetting, if I'm being honest. It has been a while and I've gotten one good start so far. This is going to be attempt 2. Attempt 1 died on Mega Satan. So that was unfortunate. We're gonna do our best here. So this challenge, as the name implies, is a little bit difficult. I'm also just gonna hang out here for a minute. There we go. Yeah, it's pretty tough. Every enemy is a champion as long as they can be a champion. So there's a couple of like little spiders that are not champions, but that is about it. There's like a handful of other ones, but that's not too important. You're very cursed. There is a lot of curses going on every single floor. The only exception is like Curse of Darkness that only sometimes happens, and I think there's another one, Curse of the Unknown, I think, which tells you how much health you have, or rather doesn't tell you. But you have all the other curses. So you have Curse of the XL, so everything's an XL floor. No hearts drop. You got Curse of the Lost and Curse of the Maze, so sometimes you get teleported and you genuinely just have no idea where you are. And you'll just have to make do with that. It's a really rough situation. Tinted Rocks become a lot less good because they cannot drop hearts. The trinket that we got for bombs is actually just a really nice thing to have because getting consumables can just be a nightmare in this challenge. It's just really bad. It's a bad time for everyone involved. So it is the only thing in the game that I'm actively just resetting for a good starting item, because without some sort of either health regeneration or safety, you're just gonna die. It's fairly miserable. But with Scapular, we can make use of sacrifice rooms somewhat reliably. We don't have to worry about accidentally picking up a red heart, so that's good. All these items are gonna be that as well. I'm thinking if we can get Converter, we might actually be able to just create infinite red heart containers, or at least a whole bunch of them. And that could be good if we want to go for Devil Deals. And Devil Deals aren't too terrible during this. You can get stuff like Dead Cat, which is really nice, because it's just a bunch of extra lives. And other Devil Deal items can just be really useful. So it would be kind of nice if we could buy Converter, but it would have to be Converter, which we cannot tell. Black Candle doesn't get rid of it either, so if we get Black Candle, then just can't do anything with it. Moving Box, I still believe in it, but quite frankly, it hasn't worked out in my lifetime, so perhaps this will be the first time. It's going to be exciting to find out. But I really do hope we get some sacrifice rooms, because they can just get us a whole bunch of extra items. They can give us angel rooms from the get-go, which can also be quite good, of course, since there's just some really good angel room items. Just being able to get flight immediately would be really nice. Also, we can just take them without worrying what they are, whereas with Devil Deal items, obviously, we're going to have a little bit of an issue with not knowing what we're picking up. We can tell a little bit from the 1 heart and 2 heart requirements, But even that can only tell you so much. Like, you can either get Brimstone or you can get Controllable Tears. They're both 2 red heart deals, so it certainly doesn't give you all the information that you would like to have. So we're just going to do our best here. This is the most difficult challenge in the game by far, I would say. I don't think there's anything that even comes close to this one. I'm just ignoring all the tinted rocks because I know that only disappointment waits for me there, so I'd rather just not bother. Even if there's like a small rock, I don't have the movement speed for it right now, so it's just a little rough. I'm trying to find my secret room right now, by the way. That's why I'm just sort of navigating through these same rooms over and over, but not in the most obvious of places so far, I would say. Although there might have been rocks there previously, I guess that's why it even couldn't be there. And then I got teleported away. There's still another item room. There we go. I was gonna say, there is still another item room out there somewhere. And we did manage to find it eventually. God, you have so much health when I don't have damage. Hopefully our item rooms are not gonna mess us up. I kinda need to go for all of them, unfortunately. And that's mostly unfortunate just because if we get like Isaac's heart, the run's basically over. And that's fairly unfortunate. IBS is also a pretty good way of killing a run, so we're gonna see what happens here, because every now and then I'm just gonna start farting all over the place and throw bombs around, I think, so it's a little concerning for sure. I don't fully remember how IBS even works in this game, but well, we're gonna find out, aren't we? It's gonna be exciting. I really don't know where my secret room is. It's in a weird location for sure, but we've tried a number of walls now. Here maybe? No, we tried that wall on the bottom right, I guess. Yeah. It might be here then. It's a weird one, but it is basement, and weird things do happen there. 1 bomb out of all those coins, a little unfortunate for sure, but we got another one. We'll just be buying that last item here. Mom's bracelet, okay. That's at least a little interesting. Probably more interesting than the moving box, as heretical as it may be to say that. If only for that, really. It's just allows you to destroy every single pot in the game. We might be able to get a quarter that way. We can effectively get infinite money in the curse room right now with Scapular as well, so I might just do that, because I really just want to use everything that is available to me to try and win this challenge. I really need it. So we're gonna try to do our best to just do every silly strategy that I can think of, because quite frankly it is pretty much a requirement to get anywhere in this run. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. We're gonna just create a large quantity of coins here. Didn't mean to run through the door like that, but I guess that does work in a way if I really wanted to do this quickly. There we go. Do that. And then just run through the door again. Didn't mean to do it like that, but fair enough. Suppose I could just do this, but it will just keep spawning the coin next to me, and I kind of want them to be scattered a little bit so I can use my bomb trinket to then maybe just turn this into a whole bunch of bombs afterwards. And then we'll at least have some consumables to work with, and that's fairly useful, I would say. Now, I'm not sure which one of the trinkets I want to keep ultimately. I think money might be more important. We're not going to be able to use it to buy hearts, but we might be able to use it to just buy stuff and things, and that can just be kind of nice. With a golden penny there, I will actually just... I'm actually just going to leave this trinket in this room, take the bomb trinket with me, and start gathering supplies here. This is pretty much the only way that I figured Scapular would be a sort of worthwhile start, but I mean ultimately it is, if we can make stuff like this happen. And I could go all the way to 99 coins. I'm not sure if I'm too interested in doing that. I'd rather avoid it if I can, but maybe to like 60 coins or something like that might not be a terrible idea. Get a decent amount of bombs going. And I'm tempted by the devil deal. But we'll just see what's available, I suppose. Especially with the possibility of Converter, the Devil Deal might just be really useful. But simultaneously, if we don't get Converter, then we're just in a really bad health situation. So it's not exactly what I'd call ideal, for sure. This is a strategy I haven't used before, but I don't often get Scapular, to be fair, so... Especially not combined with something like this. It's interesting, for sure. A little dangerous, perhaps, but effective. I just need to remember the main thing, which is that if I do this on a Temperance machine or a Dark, like a Heart Beggar, then it's not going to work unless I give them one heart and then switch over to the Curse Room door to take the other half heart of damage, because that's just how it works. But fair enough. I'm gonna go like this. I think with what we currently have, I'm hoping that money is not going to be the problem. I will quickly explore the remaining rooms just to make sure that we've effectively destroyed everything. By pressing the use button on this item twice, it will drop the item without consuming a charge. Otherwise, it will take a second before you can use it again. It is a pretty convenient way to get the most out of your situation. And I will actually destroy all of this as well in case there is a crawl space underneath it. Because realistically, any extra item that we can find is pretty much a blessing, so we're just going to try to go for that. I'm not sure what we should do if we do find Small Rock, because the speed down is pretty detrimental, but simultaneously we might just be able to get a speed up from a boss room somewhere, so it's not the worst thing in the world to get the Small Rock, but it is a little bit concerning on the later floors. But simultaneously we could use the damage as well, so yeah, either way, it's a tricky choice. Didn't get any consumables from that either, unfortunately. And I think I will take actually just a rock into the first boss room at least. Maybe into the second one as well. If there was like a bomb rock, that would have been nice, but I don't think there was one. Pin, that's not too bad. Let's just kill that with the rock. That's the main reason why we took the rock to begin with. Hopefully that works. There we go. And IBS. Made us hold a bomb above our head. That's going to be a worry. We did get tier 8. That's good. But IBS might kill this run, and that is a concern of mine right now. Not loving that too much. I was thinking about getting another rock from the room, but the room seems to have moved, and now the rock is gone. So, you know what? We're just going to keep moving on to the next boss instead. It's Little Plum. We will have to fight Baby Plum, unfortunately, because I need items that are not the plum flute. I threw a poop at the plum. That was not the poop I intended to throw. That would be a good poop to not throw, in fact. And yeah, that would have been good. Alright, so with that, we have some red hearts to work with. We have one soul heart. If we go for devil deals, we can't tell what they are, which is obviously a problem. There's not going to be black hearts in there. There might just be a devil deal with no items or hearts, which, thinking about it, that's a good enough reason for me to just keep going like this instead. Because, yeah, some devil deals usually just have 2 black hearts or something inside them and nothing else, and those will just be empty now because of how the challenge works. So, yeah, let's just not worry. I managed to kill one enemy pretty quickly there. Hopefully we can get one of these mushrooms to do a poison attack, or just insta-kill something. That's pretty effective. I don't like how that went. Fair enough. We did manage to get a flaming poop at least, and that's kind of nice. Yeah, IBS is a big worry for me right now, because that is just going to cause a lot of problems. Can I hold these afterwards? I can. Okay. Because every now and then you're going to throw a bomb at something, and that's just going to be not great. My head is entirely red. Oh, if I let go of attack, then I hold the poop. That might not be so bad then, if I can just continually hold attack and it continues to work that way. If that is the reliable way to deal with it. Now I'm a little tempted to get rid of all these red hearts. For the main reason that I can just continue to be on soul hearts and not lose my devil deal. Might seem like overkill, but I promise you it's not. So I think that's exactly what we're gonna do. Also, I seem to have lost that. Oh yeah, I lost the soul heart by just going into the curse room. So yeah, that's fair enough, I suppose. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna take this, which is Guppy's tail. Kind of a shame that we did not take the devil deal then, because if there was a Guppy piece in there, that would have been really nice. But oh well. Fair enough. This is gonna take a minute. We got extra tier 8, so that's good, but we don't really have much else going on here, so yeah. We're just gonna do our best. Our head is red. We threw a poop. Yeah, that's gonna happen every now and then, but I pretty much have to hold the attack button the entire time to make sure I don't accidentally just throw a bomb at myself, so it's an extra concern for sure, but it's pretty much the direct opposite of how number 2 works, which is definitely not gonna cause for accidents and confusion. I am sure of it. That would have been good in another room, admittedly, but fair enough. Let's go this way. Yeah, being able to clear an enemy like that is also just really nice. Should probably be careful with the mushrooms, because if I can use them against an enemy in a way where I can still pick up the pickup, that would be pretty good, because all the items that you get from mushrooms are all just really good. So I should probably be a little careful with that. This might be double trouble, but I'm gonna try anyway. It is, yeah. It's not a great set of champions, unfortunately. Oh god, that's not great. Trying to get the most out of this. Okay, I cannot take more than one more hit of damage from this point, or Scapula will no longer work and then the run's over. So let's be a little careful. This is the one that summons a bunch of enemies, unfortunately. That is not bad. That is a nice use of IBS right there, is what that is. There we go. Alright, little frightening, but not the end of the world. I could go to the boss immediately, but I don't really have a reason to. I'm saving that pickup because it might be a health up, and I don't really want red hearts right now. So we're just gonna leave that alone and go look for item rooms, shops, and whatnot. We have a lot of money to spend. That was a great way to spend a heart. Let's just use bombs for this fight then, because that put us in a situation that I don't love. But fortunately, these enemies are not actually going to attack us usually. There we go. And that's why I don't want to have red hearts, because stuff like that is just a big worry. Unfortunately, the thumbs up of animation there made me drop what I was holding in my IBS there, which is a scary situation. But it worked out, sort of. I say with great confidence. There might be a secret room here. Maybe still the secret room there. It might just not have hit properly because it was just sort of awkwardly angled, but not 100% sure for sure. But yeah, at least as long as we can keep Scapular available, then we're in a situation that we're okay. Kind of. Please be nice. Yeah, there it is. Alright. That's pretty much the worst case scenario, but let's see if we can make it work. So we no longer take damage. Our little friend there does. And I, for one, have not played with Isaac's Heart for a long time. It now has a charged attack that keeps enemies away from him. So that's at least something. We can go into sacrifice rooms for free. Or curse rooms for free, rather. It no longer will damage us. But quite frankly, I have mentally given up on this run as a result of getting Isaac's Heart there. So hopefully that's not going to be the case. Also, I think Creep no longer harms us, stuff like that. So there is some good stuff about this item, but it's just that I'm not overly familiar enough to deal with this situation. So I'm a little concerned. Spikes I don't think can harm me anymore, so that's nice. This is not ideal. Also, I threw a bomb because of IBS. I genuinely lost track of the heart there for a second, but it worked out. Alright. PhD. That's gonna heal us. Also gives us better pills. So every pill in the game is now good. Plus it tells what it is. Even the experimental pills are all just gonna be good now. So that's at least something. I once again don't hate the idea of just getting rid of my red hearts. Simultaneously, I could just go for the boss now and hope I don't take too much damage. And see if we can get an angel room. There is still the possibility of like a coin beggar or something like that. These enemies effectively do nothing, so that's fine. A coin beggar would be nice just because it would put me in a good spot. That's shot speed up as well right there. I wasn't sure if I found the super secret room and I didn't have a map to check it out for sure. So I just decided to recheck that one real quick. Yeah, this is an interesting situation we've gotten ourselves in. But if Isaac's Heart can help us, we can now go into curse rooms without a worry. And that does have its advantages. Destroying mushrooms is pretty much a given now. Oh, that's not good. That is the opposite of good is what that is. Oh, God. As expected, IBS being the way it is, occasionally you get explosive diarrhea. And then there went my angel room. So, fair enough. That was the worst case scenario for IBS there. There is a lot of mushrooms there though, so that's at least something. We'll just blow these up without a real care in the world. Somehow I didn't take damage from that, but... Oh, because of the Isaac's Heart, I guess. I don't know, it just doesn't seem to be taking damage from the poison. Maybe it just can't smell it. That seems like how that would work. Getting scapulars to activate now is also a little bit more tricky, I feel. Spikes are also no longer a problem. Like, there's certainly upsides to this item. But unfortunately, there's also a couple of downsides which are fairly major. Yeah, doesn't get hit by poison at all, interestingly enough. Perks. I'm looking for full health if I can find it. Speed up, sure.
Speed up.
That's fine. That's a super secret room with a bunch of pills. Relax and perks again. Ooh, Queen of Hearts. Strength. Wheel of Fortune. Sure. And, I guess I'll take Strength. Strength might actually be alright. It's at least some extra damage. Item-wise, we're not in the best situation right now, but fair enough. You take what you can get. And I really don't know where my secret room is. I say. And then do that. Let's do this. Because that at least gives us a soul heart to work with. I'm going to take this rock with me because it's a good rock. All the way to the boss room, I think, if I can remember where it is. And we'll see how this is going to work out. That's a shop. Where is my boss room? It has been a minute since I've gone there, so if I go into the wrong room here, that's on me then, I suppose. I feel like this is the wrong direction because this is the starting room. But it's okay. If I use this rock against a regular enemy, that's fine too, ultimately. This is a big floor, though. Might actually be the right direction looking at things now. Yeah, there it is. But this bomb rock should deal some damage, so that's something. We don't have great angel room chance here, but it'll do. The rock pretty much cleared out the first boss there, so that's nice. And the bomb will take care of a second one with relative ease, so no concerns there. No angel room, not too surprising. Damage up from the consolation prize, that's never a good sign about your current situation. And we're just gonna move on, I think. I didn't see a sacrifice room. I'm fairly sure I've explored everything, but I might just do one final checkup because, quite frankly, we can probably use all the help we can get at this point. Just gonna leave the strength card there because there's no real reason to carry that around with me all the time. I'm just gonna follow the left wall here for a little bit. Yeah, there we go. There's some rooms here that I haven't fully explored yet. Be nice. The fact that everyone's running into me like that is pretty good because they're just barely not hitting Isaac's heart there. So it is kind of working out what we currently have. Oh, I don't think I can even use the sacrifice room, can I? Well, maybe the heart can take damage from it. I'm genuinely not 100% sure how this is going to work out, but there is a chance that Isaac's heart can take the spike damage from a sacrifice room just because it's kind of a weird room in it. So I'm hoping that's the case. Otherwise, Scapular becomes significantly less good for my purposes. And that would be a shame. Just looking for crawl spaces as well, just trying to find anything at this point. Next floor we'll be back at a 100% chance of an angel room at least, so we got that going for us. But yeah, not great times here so far. I'd love some more tier 8 and damage. I'd love a build. And theoretically we can get ourselves a build in this challenge. You do just get item rooms and things, but that's just not quite working out the way I had hoped, unfortunately. There we go. I'd love to see one sacrifice room anywhere on this floor just to make sure we can even make it work out. That's okay. That's not a bad item if it activates. It obviously doesn't always, but this is also just a little bit of a worry. Every time I want to use the bracelet, IBS activates. I really need to remember that, because it is a genuine problem. I think those enemies are actually jumping into me as well rather than the heart, which is obviously amazing. Hermit card, that... It has its uses, I'll say that much, but it's not ideal. Oh, probably shouldn't do that either. There we go. Just making things exciting, don't worry about it. That's good, very nice. Let's leave this room first, so Scapular is back again. Yeah, Scapular is such a good item. Ooh, Hierophant card.
The Hierophant.
Yeah, there it is. Also something I rarely do. You can do that. Isn't that neat? Isn't that neat indeed? Yeah, I mean, build-wise, we're sort of getting somewhere, so that'll have to count for something, I guess, but it's not quite where I want it to be. Euthanasia is probably happy with any luck up that we find, so that's at least good. We got teleported by Curse of the Maze there, which concerns me a bit, because I don't know where we are. We're barely into the floor so far, but we did go to another... Yeah, okay, this is falling apart at the seams now. This just became from terrible to basically unusable, so it might not take too long before this run ends, because I can no longer shoot forward. Who knows? Maybe I can make this work. These are some terrible item rooms, though. Like, it is sort of incredible how bad these item rooms have been for us. These enemies are seemingly all just directly going towards me as well, which is interesting. Also, the fact that I got the whiz with Isaac's heart actually makes it a little bit better, at least, just because I have to run into the enemies anyway, so it doesn't matter as much, but I'm just still not overly excited about the whole ordeal. I was kind of hoping I could take one more hit there, but unfortunately I didn't. Activate Scapular once again, but we did it there. Maggie's Faith might actually be really good. To an extent, at least. For the purpose of, like, getting some more health. It does kind of ruin Scapular, though, which concerns me a bit. Yeah, that's not great. Having said that, this build ruins Scapular as well. So it's not great either way. There we go. Euthanasia does insta-kill most champions, so if we can get those attacks to happen as frequently as possible, that's good. These enemies cannot hurt us. So for this particular room, it's actually good that we have the whiz. It's just very rare that it is actually good, unfortunately. IBS coming in clutch there by me making a poop throw from the heavens. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, we're back here. I didn't even know I was going in this direction, but fair enough. Let's just stay over here. Okay, relax. Health up. Cool.
Health up.
Perks is still around. That's kind of nice at times, I suppose. Yeah, some of these enemies are still just shooting me, and that's obviously just ideal. Because as long as I stand still, it means that I'm not going to take any damage. But the downside with standing still is that it's very scary and horrible. And is likely to cause my death. Now, one other worrying thing is I don't know how I'm going to beat Mega Satan with a build that can't shoot forward or really deal damage. So I'm kind of hoping that we get something from the Angel Room on this floor. I don't think I can fill this in any way, right? No. So that's just nothing, unfortunately. So we're gonna look around and see about that whole sacrifice room situation that I was talking about. This is such a mess of a build, but it's weirdly okay. It's kind of. Isaac's heart also just stays in like the direction that you're firing, I think, so sort of. Like you can kind of get it to move around a little bit, and that can keep it a bit safer now, but plus any enemy that just shoots right at me rather than the heart isn't gonna do a whole lot, so that's at least good. You please die, there we go. This is such a weird way of playing. I'm gonna walk into the enemy and wait for them to die. It's clearly weirdly effective, but I don't feel very safe is the main problem, I would say. And I would appreciate it if we could get something going on here. The moment we go into our second boss room, it's going to take us to Mom's Foot and we won't be able to go back. Which is also not ideal. I don't really know where my super secret room is. Damn. Last time I said I don't know where my secret room is, it instantly opened, so I figured it would work again. Unfortunately, that was not the case that time, so that did nothing. I've gone into this direction multiple times now. But we haven't quite destroyed all these rocks yet. Not sure what rock I would really like to have at this stage. Moon card. We did find our regular secret room already, so not overly interested in that. But we did find some more rooms that we haven't explored yet, so that's good. Get away from me, please. Yes, God. It's like the Guardian challenge, but much worse. I'm drowsy could be interesting, actually. We do have spectral tears because of the whiz, so this should be a little easier at least. This particular room, sun card. Now that's interesting. I'd say that's worth keeping, and that might actually be like the saving grace of this run, something like that, because... Oh god. Because of situations like this. I can use the strength card, actually, to get scapular back if I end up losing it. Like I did there. Because I think I can just do this, strength, and then take damage, and then we'll have the heart again. I didn't intend for that to be an immediate example, but it sort of became one by accident. And yeah, nothing I can do about that one, unfortunately, but it worked out the way I sort of hoped, I guess. I mean, it worked out in the way that I got scapular back, so it's not the worst thing in the world. Locust of War might actually be really good. It theoretically could also just be terrible, but in theory, that might actually be pretty effective just because I'm hugging enemies all the time anyway without any real consequences. So I'm hoping that's going to be the case here too. No! Oh my god. Well... I think I have to use my sun card now. Yeah. That's a shame. Because unfortunately we got a bunch of pins and there was really... Very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. We just need to find another sun card, no worries. We also lost Ranger Room chances ages ago because we just took red heart damage somewhere, so that's also a little unfortunate. We got Euthanasia to destroy the statue in the middle, so that's good. God, the Isaac's heart movement is so irregular. It's actually just horrendous. And still no sacrifice rune. Sort of amazing. They just are not showing up lately, and I don't know what's happening. It's really quite a problem, actually. I'm hoping this will do. I think we got protected by the poop there, but unfortunately the poop got destroyed by my many, many tears. So that's a shame. Yeah, there you go. At least this boss deals half a heart of damage, so we can go back to Scapular if we put some work into it. I'm genuinely willing to, because we need things. We need help. We need any sort of assistance right now, because this build is not going anywhere at this rate. No super secret room there. That's a shame. Really just looking for more of those sun cards if you got them. That could be okay. Kind of. If we can get like a... we can get the angel room. Which so far we haven't been too lucky with, unfortunately. And we might be able to get like another angel room item like that. That would be nice if it does work that way. I'm genuinely not 100% sure if it does work that way. Bombs are key, not super exciting. There is a tinted rock in that room, which I guess I might as well try. Not what I want. Nope, 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 nope. Bunch of nopes. You take damage once, thank you. Just wanted to get to that health. Because I'm probably just going to go back to Scapular health in a second to see if we can get an angel room. Because the moment I take red heart damage in the mom heart fight, or mom's foot fight rather, it's just bad. I want to say I've explored everything. I'm going to take this and hope it works out. That should give me an eternal heart on the next floor. Then I'll have an extra red heart container in the dark room. 2 extra heart containers if I can keep it is really the thing. I just don't know if Scapular works with an eternal heart, so we're gonna learn something either way. I didn't actually go back to Scapular health. Yeah, I just sort of zoned out and didn't. Because I was back into exploration mode again for a second there. If this works, that would be amazing. I can just stand here and let the hands... Ah, damn it. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. You know what? Activate Scapular. I can't activate Scapular. Everything's dying when I touch it. There we go. Theoretically, we can get Gnawed Leaf. Which, with what I have, does nothing. So, yeah, that's not ideal. It's not ideal, is what that is. We have an Eternal Heart. Could be good, could be bad. We're gonna find out. If I just don't take damage on this whole floor, then we're also pretty much good to go. But I'm gonna say that's unlikely. I'm gonna say that is probably not going to happen here, but who knows? Maybe I've now figured out how to use Isaac's heart and we're gonna be okay. It's theoretically possible. Yeah, so, oh, okay. Scapular works. Very nice. Very good. If there is a sacrifice room on this floor, the door will look very similar to all the other doors in this place, so that's good. Makes it very difficult to ascertain what we're working with here. A lot of hearts, but if I can just keep the heart protected, then we're fine. There we are. We can open these chests for free. That counts for something. There we go. Isaac's heart with Scapular, not immediately terrible. Without Scapular, pretty horrendous, as it turns out. I meant to do that. Yep, certainly did. There we go. The old classic, the Wiz Isaac Hart combo with Scapular. It's working out flawlessly. We could get Skatol from the shell game. And that would be kind of okay, I guess. Just doing that in case there's an item in there. I think it's technically possible. How do you get the leech again? Where does leeches spawn? I don't fully remember, actually. I think it might just be in like the dross or something like that, right? In like buckets. If it is just in buckets, then so much for that idea ultimately, but if it was another place, that'd be nice. Ooh, well that works. Exciting. Extra item. Gimpy. That's, you know what that is? That is nothing. Because no red hearts are going to drop, no soul hearts are going to drop, so it's just cosmetic. But fair enough, it's another item out of the item pool. That's got to count for something, I guess. Just gonna try to shoot vaguely in the direction of enemies here. With my very controllable tears. Yeah. Occasionally they'll probably spawn next to me. We are dealing damage because our range is quite frankly disgusting, but it is taking a minute. We got one of them. There we go. If we had flight, we could get that. Flight would be good. Flight would be neat, but we'll see if we can make that happen. Bombs. We got plenty of bombs, so I don't particularly feel the need. This is never gonna happen. Yeah. There is no way. The negative is actually dealing a surprising amount of damage to some of these enemies, which is really nice. But yeah, there you go. That's it. That's the run dead. Unless we can somehow get health from this. Nope. Yeah, there's no way. There is, unfortunately, no way we can make this work. That was possibly one of the worst builds I've ever seen. Oh well, time to try again. Okay, yeah, I would call this a start, but not a great one, weirdly enough. So, ultra hard, as the challenge name implies, is tricky. It does not spawn hearts. You are very cursed. The only curses you don't have every floor is Curse of Darkness and Curse of the Unknown. The only way to heal is by either getting healing items like Book of Revelation and things like that, or by picking up health ups and stuff like that. Getting extra lives can definitely be useful for stuff like that as well. And it's just it's a bad time for everyone involved. So usually my strat is to just look for a healing item. Like Charm of the Vampire works okay. If you can get a library, then you can get like either Satanic Bible or Book of Revelations. But I'm willing to try Tech 10 just because it's really powerful. And it might be good. Every enemy is a champion, but none of them drop their respective items when they die. So you're never going to get consumables from them from killing them, so that's a rough time. You can't tell what anything is because it curses the blind, but you still probably want to buy as much stuff as you can just to maybe get something going on. And yeah, you can just get some really bad times. I've had runs killed with a good start by just not getting any other items, or by just really unfortunate runes. Occasionally you'll just get, for instance, the Wiz and Isaac's Heart from your item room in one run because you decide to make that run go anyway because you got some healing or something like that, and it just becomes a very miserable time. Without Satanic Bible, you're not going to get Devil Deal items in every single boss room, and that can be kind of nice to like build up some tier rate and health and stuff like that as well. Main reason why I won't pick this up immediately is just so we maybe have a health up available in case we take some damage here. Because you really need to worry about health management during this challenge. Once you're in the caves, you can start getting double trouble bosses, which means you're going to get 2 bosses instead of 1. And that's obviously not great. What do we got? We got range up. Bunch of flies. Big flies, perhaps, but not great. And we got tears up, which is actually pretty good. Item-wise, we're not in a great place. I wouldn't mind trying to find my secret room, but without a map, that's pretty tricky. Within the basement, it's already pretty tricky, but it's looking like it might be here. Nope. All right. But yeah, the strat for this challenge, for me at least, is either get a large amount of healing or just become overpowered. And quite frankly, I have some hope for Tech 10. Not a lot, but a little. And honestly, that'll just have to do. We'll also just try and get this. Kind of hoping for something maybe amazing, but Ancient Recall has its moments. You can spawn a Sun card with it on occasion, which is just some healing, which is nice. You can get stuff like Ace of Hearts, for instance. You can use it to get rid of the enemies, but you won't get any hearts for it. Lover's card just does nothing. Hierophant card does nothing. All that stuff. It's just, it's rough. So you want to just try and make use of anything that you possibly can. Full Ace of Hearts. Well, there you go. We can immediately show it off if we so desire. I might wait for a big room, or just a room that's particularly scary, actually. But then you get an idea of the nightmare that we're dealing with. Although I feel like my description probably gives you a pretty good idea anyway. I will take every single item that we can find just because, quite frankly, we're probably going to need it. And any instance that we might get health is good. We might get an item that ruins the run, and honestly, I'm okay with that. I'm just going to keep trying until we win, is basically how I look at it. But unfortunately, that does mean we're going to throw away some good runs on occasion. There might be a time where I just stop picking up items, I suppose. But it's going to be rare. Because I really need to have something incredibly powerful to make that decision for sure. We're going to the dark room. So technically one option we have scapular or something like that, is to just teleport from a sacrifice room. We'd have to get a sacrifice room, of course, but I think it is technically possible in this challenge. Also, before Repentance, because this is an old challenge, you'd have the option to go to either Cathedral or the Shoal. And if you go to Cathedral, you just don't win the challenge. It just ends. I think with Hush there was something messy as well. This might actually be good because no champions spawn in challenge rooms, so they're kind of worthwhile to do just for the consumables. I do mean kinda because, again, any damage you take, even if it's only half a heart, is bad. Especially when you don't have any sort of protection to lose that angel room. But I really just want to try and get something here. And that's what we're going for. We're going for something. We're going for every single semi-free consumable in the game to hopefully get an item that can help us out. Because that's what we're just gonna have to go for. There is our boss room, nice and quick, but I would like to find my shop first or my secret room so we can blow up that shopkeeper. I have seen too many 67.5% doors not opening. Even though it is a risk, we can't just lose that percentage by taking damage anywhere. I will take that risk. Not loving the Plum Friend, even though he's obviously amazing in his own right. There is the problem that it is a little precarious when enemies die and they're champions, because they can explode into tears and suddenly make life miserable. We're now not quite ready for it, so have to be a little careful there. Sometimes enemies just pop up from the top. I could have used the Ace of Hearts there, admittedly, but I kind of forgot about it there. Also don't really know where I got teleported to with that. I'll just do it here. That one looks terrible, but yeah, they just disappear. That's the Ace of Hearts right there. It is a crying shame is what it is. Okay, we're all good still. And many mushrooms destroyed can be good. Butter technically has some uses in the similar method that the moving box has some uses at times. Might teleport out of here because I think that's just a bit too much to deal with. They were getting a little bit too close for comfort there. I will destroy that one. Maybe destroy these two in the hope of like 50% off, which is admittedly a faint hope, but it's there. We were also apparently next to the secret room there, so hopefully we don't teleport into that room again. Oh, this is not good either. Hopefully we can get around that, and we could. It was way too close for sure, but I'll take it. And yeah, that moon card really came in clutch there because it could have been really bad otherwise. I'm taking the pill. I'm not going to use it yet. I'm hoping for like PhD for my shop, wherever that shop is. It's all big floors, no map, so it is just a absolute nightmare to try and navigate your way through this. At least the sort of grayish ones do die quicker, the champions, so that's at least something. That'll have to be seen as a positive at the end of the day, even though they don't drop keys like they sometimes do in the regular runs. And it's going so far. We can open golden chests without using keys. We can't open anything else without using keys. But fortunately, we accidentally teleported into our shop, so that worked out. Because we were not able to find a key otherwise. Notched axe, that's not too bad actually, because that can at least lead us to like a secret room at times. Where am I? Oh god, that's this room again. Okay, didn't mean to do that, but this time we're dealing with it a little bit better for sure. That got real close to me losing 2 hearts in 1 hit there, so that would have obviously not been ideal. The creep is just terrible as well. Oh my god, there went my angel room and my health. Because of a really bad tier explosion, so that is about as worse as that can get. It's a shame of the teleportation. Power pill, that's at least sort of good to know. At that point I just used that to see what it was. I'm hoping the super secret room is somewhere over here, but I'll be honest, that disheartened me quite a lot because I really need those angel rooms. You need those items, and yeah, I kind of lost focus on trying to get back to the boss room there, unfortunately. Unfortunately, Tech X, it's a good item, but it certainly is not like a game-winning item or anything. So I really would like some extra stuff. I'd love some way to heal. And unfortunately, this floor does not seem to have it. Just trying to see. Did we find both our item rooms? I don't think we did. So that's at least something worth looking for. And our super secret room is somewhere out there as well. We should be able to find that relatively easy with the notched axe, but there is a lot of places it can be, unfortunately. Simply due to the fact that all these floors are absolutely massive, but with the notched axe we can at least try a couple more places than we ordinarily could. Maybe we did find our other item room, it was just an active item, that's also very possible, admittedly. Fool card could be good. What was that again? Strength? I might actually go for strength just because of that extra heart container. That might just end up being useful. We did find both of our item rooms. Okay, well, this run's basically falling apart at this point. That pretty much sealed the deal there, unless we can get like a really good health up from this boss right here. Or the boss after that. Like a proper heart. Not placenta, I mean, you can make that work if you have the patience for it, and honestly, I'm considering it. I'm genuinely, even though it might sound ridiculous, I am considering the wait for the placenta hearts, because it genuinely, if we can get a lot of red heart containers, it's not too bad. Yeah, I didn't get anything there. Alright, 2 health ups and placenta. Well, it's something. It's healing. We didn't get an angel room, unfortunately. We didn't get any protection either, so I mean, it's just as likely that we're just going to lose our odds again, but I will go check out my curse rooms now because of that thing. I will also just do this. I think that works, yeah. Power pill and unidentified. I will risk it. Very good. Not bad at all. And we're just going to power pill out of there, and hopefully placenta will heal that back up in a second. And the answer to that is yes. Very nice. Very good. These we can just destroy. Did that just open without me having to spend a key on it? Oh yeah, because of my trinket. All right, I did say that. Very good. I kind of just attacked it randomly without even thinking about it. But yeah, I should actually be somewhat careful of that. But actually, I don't have to worry about it, so it's all good. Alright, so there's some hope again because of Placenta and the health ups that we got, but our build is still not exactly amazing. We do have infinite range, which is nice. We have, we're gonna see all the secret rooms on this floor as well, which is good. And genuinely, at some point I might just go AFK to heal up again if we get a particularly bad room, but as long as that's not necessary... Set that weird, but fair enough. Then I'm just gonna keep going. Some of these skeletons might not be champions, but that's just because they died from an existing champion that just doesn't turn into a champion or something like that. That's a cool 6 red heart room, ordinarily. But fair enough. We have a 100% chance of an angel room, but we also need to not take any damage everywhere. Which obviously is not a given. And then there's also the fact that Mom's Heart is at the end of this floor, so I don't immediately want to go into my boss room until we have fully explored it. So we're going to be here for a while, unfortunately. And we are teleporting all over the place. So either way, I am having trouble navigating this nightmare. And yeah, this is just not a great room. I really need some extra damage. We're still on base damage, unfortunately. And there is very little I can unfortunately do about that. So we're just going to have to hope. Maybe we'll get a sun card or something like that from a skull somewhere. Maybe we'll one day be able to enter a room that I actually want to enter. That would be cool. Theoretically, I could just go up and down in that room and save myself a key. If I use Curse of the Maze to teleport out of the shop, it should open the door. And then I'll have an extra key to use. We healed again because of Placenta, so that's good. We'll just get all of this. I'm fairly sure I heard the secret room open, and indeed I did. And that is greed. Which is looking good for my shop at least, so that's got to count for something. Don't love that we immediately lost most of our Devil Deal or Angel Room chance again, but we did get 50% off on the final shop in the game. Admittedly, we could go to Hush, but I think that messes it up as well. I recall it being something like if you go to Hush, then you just get a bad time instead. Coupon. Get a Devil Deal, it's actually not bad, but we're probably not going to get a Devil Deal, if I'm being honest. I'd be surprised if we get an Angel Room on this floor. So I'm just not going to worry about it. Fortune cookies can give you cards, I think. I'm genuinely not 100% sure. They can give you soul hearts, but those are not going to drop, so that's nothing. Random syringe effect's probably worse than my current key situation and me wanting to open every golden chest in the game, so I'm just going to leave that alone. Having said that, if we have to fight Mega Satan like this, I'm not like super concerned, but not like super excited about the whole ordeal either. Like, I'd obviously like to have a lot more health. There's pins in this room. And honestly, my damage situation is horrendous, so I really need some more damage from somewhere. And more health would obviously be great, but not at all guaranteed. There's part of me that wants to just take every Devil Deal once we're in the dark room, if we can reach it. But at the same time, that is very likely to be my downfall. We can fight the first boss at least on this floor before we start to explore again. And genuinely, part of me, if I find a sacrifice room, I might actually just go for it and just spend a long period of time to try and get it to work out. Because I can't realistically see a way for this run to win without some extra damage. If we can get to... Oh, that works out. If we can get to Mega Satan with full health, which we can just guaranteed do that, which is nice, then that's at least something, but we are getting a lot of health at least, so we got that going for us, but I don't think I can beat Mega Satan with this build. I don't think I can beat Mega Satan with this build, I think is the like more proper way to say it. I think people can beat it, but I cannot. So I'd rather be careful. I'm not sure if this affects my trinket. No. Shame. Would have been funny. Mostly just wanted to be sure. I'm not sure if I explored the entire floor. That room's not familiar, and now I don't know where I am again, so we are just gonna go on a walk for a bit until I find my way back to where I started. There we go. I think that might be it, judging from that room being empty. Do that. Mostly also just exploring these extra rooms to try and heal up again with Placenta. Just spend some extra time on the floor and maybe get some extra things, but mostly I'm just letting time pass, as every full minute we can maybe get half a heart back, which is great. That is the exact kind of healing that you're looking for. But preferably I would like one that's a little bit quicker, perhaps. Oh god, this is a nightmarish layout. Look at this nonsense. I think the Brimstone attack always deals half-hearted damage, at least, and not a full heart. Just need to not walk into them. But there was a lot of them. There was a lot of them. Oh, this is not good either. But fortunately the one that's healing is right next to me. So from this point on I can just sort of follow the road and just attack onwards in this direction. And we should be fine. As long as we don't run into a spike somewhere. There's a big one every now and then as well, which also just has a bunch of health to be working with. But if anything, it'll give us more chances for that Placenta to work out every now and then, so that's good. 17 minutes. I should go to the boss, actually. Oh, damn. I didn't really think about boss rush at all, because, quite frankly, most of these runs don't make it to boss rush, because I focus so much on getting healing that I don't focus on reaching boss rush at all, because usually it's just impossible with the builds that I've been getting. That's some bombs from the thing that I bought from the shop. Yeah, I should have gotten the full carding and then gone to boss rush and hopefully gotten an item there instead. But quite frankly, I don't know where I am or where my full card is, so it's just, I don't think it's gonna happen. I'm definitely not gonna do all of boss rush with this, because that's just not, it's bad idea. But yeah, I think that might not have working out in my favor. Apparently there's a whole section of this floor that I haven't explored yet, which surprises me given how much we've seen of this floor so far. There's the Fool card. I mean, we might be able to make it in time, but I genuinely don't remember where my boss room is the thing. I think it's here, but I'm not 100% sure. It is, okay. Then we might be able to steal an item from boss rush. Maybe with that 36% chance we get an angel room, but not expecting it. This is not a terrible champion, but it might take a while, unfortunately. But in terms of taking damage, it's not too bad. No. Maybe I should use this, actually. That doesn't seem to be doing that much more damage. So let's just try to make this work. Sort of just stay around in the middle. There we go. We're gonna get some extra damage from negative at least, so that's good. I'd love a little bit more. And then this happens where the boss just is gone for a minute. And there's nothing you can do about that, to my knowledge, except if you want to attack hands. But that's a little bit too scary of a strat for me. I'd really like it if this boss would work with me a little bit. Oh my god. 1% chance, maybe it'll happen. Perfect shot at the end there, can you believe it? Negative, and let's just get these skulls as well, actually. Nothing. Giant cell, well, sure. Sure, why not? Let's go explore the rest of this floor and see if we can find a sacrifice room somewhere. Definitely not the kind of item I was hoping for. I was hoping for like Pyromaniac, maybe like a band-aid. It's just something that allows a little healing, you know? There's a second item room at least. At least we don't need to use keys if we keep taking damage in all the rooms that require me to use keys to open them. That's a lot of things. Ace of diamonds. I'm about to die to something. I'm genuinely not sure what attacked me that much in that room, but it certainly did. This imposter is interesting, because maybe being the loss isn't too bad. Genuinely considering it. Wafer, okay. That certainly makes being a loss a lot worse. I'm gonna take the ace of diamonds and just use it somewhere. And we're probably just gonna spend like a half hour waiting here. Wafer, actually, genuinely might be the thing that saves this run. If I'm patient enough to wait for placenta, which I really should be at this point because my health is terrible. But yeah, full health waver, that's so much health actually. With strength, that's another 2 hits as well. So yeah, I think that might just be the way to go. I'm feeling somewhat confident that I can probably do a reasonable amount of the womb with the wafer as well without taking too much damage. I will 100% look for the sacrifice room though, if there is one. I already went here. That's a mistake. I wasn't sure if I'd gone in there already, and unfortunately I had. Or it was just very empty, but I'm gonna say that I'd already gone in there. Yeah. Is there anything else I can do on this floor at this stage? I mean, obviously that room is nothing. Yeah, I think I might just go to the womb and see if we can make it work. We have a little bit more damage to work with now than we've done for the entirety of this floor, so you could arguably see that as a positive. Soul Heart, Tarot Card, or Trinket. I think I just have to go for that because I think the axe is just not going to do that much for me anymore. And maybe I can get like a sun card from this. And a sun card would pretty much be a victory, I would say. Again, if I decide to wait for placenta, and I genuinely think I should. So I'm gonna go to this next floor. I'm gonna blow up that one skull. And we are going to stand in the corner here. And I'm going to get some water. Because I'm fairly thirsty. And quite frankly, from the look of things, we're gonna have to be waiting here a while to get all of my health back. And I think it's worth it. So I will see you in a while. Alright, yeah, that'll probably do, right? There's no way I'm gonna get hit 5 times in a room. Let's go in this direction. Oh god. Maybe with Lil Plum Friend we can make this work. I was a little negative about the Lil Plum earlier, but with rooms like that, a little bit better. Oh god. Well, this could be a room where I'd get hit 5 times though. But fortunately, the one that actually shoots tears got killed immediately, so that worked out. That's interesting. This not so much. I mean, tinted rocks are just not that great during this, but this... We are going there. So, yeah, that's genuinely not too terrible. This as well, I can manage because my tears are bigger than his. Slowly but surely, we're making what you could call progress. There went my angel room. Flight would have been nice somewhere in this run, but unfortunately that was not to be. Any way to like insta-charge items would have been nice as well, but any just stuff would have been cool, you know? If we could get like a heart from this boss right here, that would also be pretty cool. Just give us back to full health. Nope. Bunch of nothing. Oh god. I really hate magnets. You know what? I'm starting to understand general hatred towards magnets. It's just a mess. No one understands them, and quite frankly, I'm insulted. But yeah, magnets hurt a lot. That was gonna be a soul heart if they existed. Let's just bomb our way to both of these. We have taken some damage, but placenta has also activated once here or there, so all in all, it's going. I regret dropping that strength card because there's a good chance we're never going to find that again, but I'm hoping, I have faint hope that if I go up 3 rooms it'll still be there. It's a strange hope for sure because quite frankly it might as well be in the ether at this point. Yeah, that was a mistake. Let's just do the old-fashioned left and right for a while. Because I think rooms teleport to like designated other rooms and then eventually come back to them again. And it's like a weird Curse of the Maze thing, and I'm still not 100% sure how it works. If I get Skatol, I have Flight, I'm fairly sure. That is worth it for me. If that is a Troll Bomb, then this guy's gonna die. Unless I can really create some interesting bridges here and manage to... Oh, well, creating this bridge is going to be impossible. But that is, I guess, something I need to look out for. But God, Flight would be so nice. Just not having to worry about creep anymore is such a big deal with a lot of these champions. And since I'm not going to get an Angel Room for the rest of my existence, this is probably the best way to do it. Because mysteriously, I just don't have a way to get them. And also, this is also just more or less to prove my theory on if I don't get a way to get soul hearts, like Book of Revelations, I'm just not going to get Angel Rooms or Devil Deals. I mean, I got a Devil Deal on the basement, which is why we have that 100% Angel Room chance. And no Devil Deal chance, rather, but... yeah, it's just been a sad time. Not even a red chest teleport. I haven't seen a sacrifice room in my life, I think. They just are not existing for me lately, honestly. Like, I've been wanting them more and more lately, and they're just not showing up that frequently. But perhaps this will one day pay off with the item that I actually want. Maybe it'll pay off at all, because quite frankly, I've lost. Most times, I've mostly gotten keys. Weirdly enough, the key one seems to win with some regularity, but all the other ones is just a good way to spend coins. Keys again. Well, at least if we find a lot of gold chests, then that's kind of good, I suppose, since we did get rid of the trinket. That would allow us to open those without having to spend keys. But quite frankly, one thing that I'd like to see is the item. I'd really like to see the item. Or 10 coins, I guess that's not too bad, because it means we can play this for even longer. And there's like a brief hope in me that's like, oh, maybe if you just play often enough, you'll at least see it as an option. But it's not really working out so far, is it? I'd like to have some money just for like coin beggars and things as well. Like, it's kind of nice to have something. It's also just a good way to get like some placenta hearts, I guess, this way, because I mean, we're spending time here. I nearly actually walked into that fly there as well. Very nice. More keys. We did win hearts once. Mysteriously, they disappeared from underneath these little shells. Wow, it's just not even giving me the option to even try to go for Skatol. It's really rough. And I don't think that's an ultra hard thing. I think that's just unlucky. I think. I genuinely am not 100% sure if this is ultra hard related. It certainly might be. Oh no, there it is. Hey! Yay! Things are actually a little more okay now. Very nice. That genuinely does make life a lot easier, I would say. That's not a very good fortune. There's a tinted rock here. I'm gonna try for that small rock. Nah. It's just a rock. It was just had an X on it for fun, not for any business purposes. 'Tis a shame. A key. We do need more of those. We only have 22 of them, so we need to be a little careful. I don't really know where I've gone. That shell game kind of just threw me off in terms of where I have been. But maybe if I just consistently go in this direction, then we'll be okay. These flies are not going to explode on me, which is arguably good. Because they're my friends. And I do mean arguably because of the old well, the situation where if they just explode randomly when hitting an enemy, makes them a little unreliable. And I don't like that very much. I was kind of hoping for a teleportation to my angel room there. Main reason why I decided to enter my cursor in to begin with. Like that kind of stuff. It obviously does kill enemies. But it's very scary when they suddenly explode. My health is lowering and lowering with these thin rooms. My movement speed's pretty bad. And that's not great. Look at this magnet! This magnet is pulling me so hard. Like I genuinely was struggling to get away from the magnet. That's just not too great. We're not getting any cards from this thing at all as well, which is not ideal either, but that's fine. It is a fairly small chance you get cards, I suppose, but given that it has a 2-room recharge, I would have expected at least one. Instead, we're mostly getting Great Fortunes. I mean, it gives you a good idea of what it is like playing with rule cards, so that's at least something. Pins. That's usually fine, but I have been chipped by them before. I'd love like a secret room with a raw liver or something like that, just to really go all out on the red hearts. That'd be nice. This, on the other hand, less nice. I think if I just hang out in the corner here, I'm probably okay, but kind of a shame I got hit there. Really? Follow the zebra. Very nice. Very useful information. Similarly over here, I think I'm basically just fine against a lot of this room as long as I'm just flying over some rocks. So, shell game once again. Rather happy with it. Really no idea where to look for my secret room though, but that's usually been my strat. Just say I don't know where it is, and then usually it's the first place I try. But Curse of the Maze did kind of ruin my chances with trying the one that I was going to try. Again, that would have been a soul heart. And we got Curse of the Maze again. Which I'd be okay if that stopped. I'd just stop. I'd really like to just navigate a little bit, and you're making it fairly impossible. This is not a great room. I think I need to start healing again at this point, because quite frankly, we're getting into danger zone here. Let's just try and bomb a couple walls in places we have been, but there's the unfortunate possibility. Now we're just gonna teleport somewhere. I don't know how far away we were from what we've explored so far, but we're a little further away than I would like, to say the least. That is not a super secret room. That is a big room, though. There might be a super secret room here, but ugh. Too much effort to try and look for it in there. I can see forever. That does help.
I can see forever.
Pretty much the one pill we found so far in this run, and it is honestly a godsend. It's very, very good for our current situation when trying to find these things, because especially in the womb, it can just be a nightmare to find them even when you have a map, and currently we don't. Saving the boss for now. I mean, there's a chance it's like Mr. Fred, but if it's Mr. Fred, then I think it's... I don't know if it's guaranteed double trouble, but there's certainly a chance for it, I believe. That's not cool. Eyes plus brimstone enemies. That's not neat. Gonna try to just sort of stay on 1.5 heart at least, so see you in a minute. An alternate name for this challenge is just called me playing games on my phone until I'm healed for a bit. And so far, it's working out. It's working out. I managed to complete another Picross puzzle, so all in all, things are looking pretty positive in terms of progress in this game, and also in my little Picross game on my phone. So all in all, this has been nothing but a positive experience. Oh god. It certainly is a run, isn't it? Well, I mean, with 25 keys, I might as well just give this one a little bit and see if we can get like some golden chests out of him, maybe some red chests to teleport us. Maybe just 2 chests in general. I think I'm gonna go to like 5 keys and then be on my way. Also a pretty good way to heal up again, I suppose. Mom's Locket would have been a really nice trinket to have during this challenge as well, just to heal up every time I use the key. That's a lot of red chests. For hopefully one teleport? Nope. Nope. Hey, look at that. We got ourselves an angel room with holy shot. That's actually really not bad. I will happily take that. That is genuinely alright. Unidentified pill 2 times. Sure, that's fine. That's honestly, as long as Holy Light activates with Tech 10, which I think it does. It does. Very nice. That is a genuinely pretty intensive damage increase. So I think with that, as long as we get to the boss with full health, which again, we can manage, with enough patience, then we will win this run. And that's honestly a pretty exciting prospect because this challenge is really hard and I have currently recorded almost 3 hours of footage trying to record this challenge. This is attempt 3, I think, of the attempts that actually have gotten somewhat of a start, of which this start is a little bit more unusual than the other ones for sure. The other ones definitely were more health-based than this one. But yeah, this is the first one that's actually sort of going somewhere. Downside is I have forgotten the entire map because of the fact that we've been standing still for most of it. I remember parts of the map. I know that we've seen our boss room already. I just bumped into the microphone by accident with my own head, so that's also good. Main reason I'm not using the tower is just because it's just not gonna do a whole lot, is it? I mean, I could use it in a big room, but I mostly will create like some tinted rocks that we can't really do much with. I just don't really care. I don't even... Oh, I see one tinted rock over here. In like a big room, it would have been alright maybe, but it did get us an extra key, I guess, so not immediately terrible, it's just not super exciting. At least with me being lost, there is also the added bonus that Placenta is slowly but surely healing me to full health, which was the goal anyway. But I think that full health plus strength plus wafer plus holy shot, that might genuinely be enough to just beat Mega Satan. So yeah, it's looking alright. I'm probably not going to go for any like devil deals in the dark room. I could explore the dark room for a little bit, but it's a little worrying at this point. Just because we could technically get an item that's bad, but I don't really care. Loki versus Loki. That is about as good as it gets because we can just hang out over here. Look at that. One of them's already nearly dead. The holy shots are really helping. Also, the flies that are spawning are all mine. So honestly, this is pretty much good in all conceivable ways. Didn't think these things wouldn't stop spinning for some reason, but fair enough. Hey, Soul Heart, wow. We finally got one. We got one. In the whole challenge, I think. We managed to get a Soul Heart, but also Luck Up, which might actually genuinely be pretty good. Yeah, this is working out. Holy Shot is such a damage upgrade, my god. And look at that. We can actually enter the angel room from the door. How cute. Let's move on. Our health is slowly going up. I haven't seen a sacrifice room in the previous floor. I'm willing to believe it just isn't there. We can drop this trinket now if we so desire. I might as well just check this out. Ooh. Wow. Alright. Not terrible. It's not nothing. Kinda. It's kind of not nothing. That'll have to do for now. Don't like this enemy. I've been calling a lot of enemies the worst enemy in the game. I don't think this is one of them necessarily, but it's a tricky one, isn't it? Anything that shoots lasers, I just inherently not happy with, really. Oh, nice, they're all my friends. Every fly is my friend because of Scatola. It was worth playing the shell game for 100 years. It genuinely was. That actually makes little bits and pieces here and there just a little bit easier, and I can appreciate that. Like, look at that nonsense. A tiny eye. Who invented that? Who invented this small eye which shoots brimstone? That's not cool. That is cool. I don't care about the Emperor that much. Although, who do we even get? Oh. Okay. It's just nothing. Fair enough, I suppose. Anyway, Sun Card. That's just so much health. Even, like, Strength is good for the damage, but Sun Card is... That's so much health. Sun Card plus Wafer plus, like, 6 heart containers. That's everything I could possibly need. Like, to the point where I'm considering not even waiting for the health to come back, but I probably should because I really don't want to do this challenge again. It's not fun to do. Yes, mother. Technically I have a knife. We have some really loud flies. We have the worst enemy in the game. The laser shooting eyeball circles, whatever they are. Some weird eyeball blob. I don't really know what's going on there. If I use this, do I get a heart back? Like healing wise. Yes. The strength card does heal, which is interesting. It also allows you to take devil deals that way because of it, I think. Hey, virus. Nice. Speed up, finally. Everything's coming together. Joker card. We've already seen our angel room, unfortunately. It's a weird thing to be unfortunate, but I'm definitely keeping the sun card over one more devil deal or angel room for sure. Come on. There you go. Yeah, this is amazing. Genuinely amazing. I'm so happy about this because... But the unlock's not even worth it, but it's one of those things you just need to get out of the way. And I'm so happy that it only took a mere 3 hours with resets, with resetting for a build, to at least have a chance of completing it, you know? It's also the main reason why I decided to do resets for just this challenge, because everything else in the game, you can generally get away with stuff, you know? But this is like the one exception where you really cannot get away with anything. Binky randomly, sure. Exorterate's always welcome. I will happily take that. Wasn't sure about the timing on that one, but it worked out. We're freezing with mom's contact as well. That's so good. We somehow managed to heal back to full health, which is pretty amazing on its own. And then we have these lasers as well on occasion whenever we take damage. Only for a little bit, but still, it was there for a moment. These, fortunately, are not champions when they spawn, so that's at least something as well. Ow. Well, fair enough. Yeah, I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna go for it. I'm just gonna go straight into the Mega Satan fight. And if we die now, that's entirely on me. This should genuinely just be good enough. Hey! Oh, wow. Okay. That's about as unlikely as it gets, but I'll take it. That's a pretty significant damage up, actually. And it's another extra heart container to be working with as well, but... Honestly, the only reason why I waited to use the fortune cookie was to use it in this room, and I sort of unbelievably managed to pay out as well, so... What do you know? Like, look at this nonsense. I had one run make it to Mega Satan, and it died there. And just because I didn't have any health, really. That's honestly the main reason. If I had more health to work with in that run, I think that one would have won. It was like the first run as well, so it's really unfortunate. Well, the first one that had to start, so it's unfortunate that that one didn't work out. But yeah, fair enough. It's all good. I don't know what I'm gonna do with the other run attempts. I might just leave them in the video, make just a 3-hour video on this particular challenge. Well, it would be shorter because a lot of it was spent resetting, and you're just not gonna see that because it's nothing, but... Yeah, I don't know. I will be explaining the same thing 3 times, but it's not the end of the world. It at least gives a decent idea of how difficult this challenge is. Because quite frankly, it's just absurd. It's by far the most difficult thing in the game, and not really in a fun way either. It's just very frustrating, which is exactly the point of the challenge. I understand, but and I think it used to be that you unlocked like the clear rune for it, but they changed they moved that unlock or something like that. I recall hearing something about that. Like before Repentance, you'd have to do this to unlock the clear rune. But now you just do some other challenge that's way easier, and this is just a garbage unlock effectively. It's not garbage, but it's not good by any means. So yeah, look at this. Yeah, I've kind of figured that wouldn't work, but might as well try. Was kind of the thought process there. Kind of trying to use his knife as well, but it's so hard. It's so finicky to use that knife. But it doesn't matter, we're good. The sun card is a little bit overkill, admittedly, but I'm happy to have the safety net available, because this fight is, it's just Mega Satan. Like, there's nothing really anything different about it for this challenge. It's just getting here with a build is just so difficult, because you rarely get hearts during this fight anyway, so yeah. It is what it is. I'm genuinely just so happy to be done with this. It's just so frustrating. Because you end up just throwing so many runs away. That's also the thing. Like, you can just have a build that gets the Mega Satan, but is just so terrible that you can't quite beat him with it. And it's just really unfortunate when that happens. Because it takes so long to get here with a bad build. Like, you can somehow generate a large quantity of health and then just be in the worst state possible to actually win the challenge, and it's just misery. But I'm feeling fairly confident about this one. And we learned that using the upside down Emperor card in the shoal just sends you somewhere. Which I guess is a lesson. So I will happily take that. Almost there. With plenty of health to spare as well. Look at that. Very nice. Also, if you do this challenge with the mod that opens delirium portals all the time, you need to turn that mod off, because otherwise you won't get the unlock, I'm fairly sure. Because it will mess up the Mega Satan unlock, and will also just mess up this one. I think that's the case for other challenges that go to Mega Satan as well. But I assume this one's no exception to that rule. It's a really rough one. But now Samson feels healthy. He starts with, what is it, like the child's heart? Yeah, that's the unlock for it. That's what you get. That's what you get for the most difficult damn thing in the game. God. I'm so happy to be done with that. I set aside an entire Sunday to do this, and it genuinely took about that long. So yeah, fair enough. 3 hours and 9 minutes has OBS been recording, and that is more or less all attempts. I took like little breaks here and there, but it really wasn't that impressive, so it's done. And I'm never, if I can avoid it, I'm never doing this challenge again. I just genuinely don't enjoy it. But again, that's the whole point of the challenge. It's meant to just be a really difficult challenge. It only leaves Glass Cannon. I'm probably gonna do that after I'm done with Tainted Lost. I don't know when I will be, but that's the plan at least, because the unlock for it is the rules card, and that's just a waste of a card slot effectively. And I need those holy cards for Tainted Lost. So yeah, I'm gonna wait with that one until we're done with that. It's not a very difficult challenge to my recollection. I don't actually remember what it is, to be honest. But yeah, it's not worthwhile to unlock it in any case, so I'm just gonna wait with that. But that is the only challenge remaining. We've done everything else challenge-wise, and honestly, I'm pretty happy about that. I am pretty happy about that. All things considered, only a couple things left to do, and we'll be done. I mean, there's still plenty of things left to do. There's still plenty of runs that we still have to do, but challenge-wise, pretty close. Pretty close. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Next time we play, we'll be doing another run with a different character, and I hope to see y'all there. Bye-bye.